The media will lie about the success and progress of black men in order to alienate black men and women from each other. So I showed you all of the narratives. I showed you that there is universities that are actually campaigning for black women to date white men while telling bold-faced lies about the success of black men. Like I said, whether it's a professor from Stanford, whether it's Essence magazine encouraging black women to go against black men, or whether it's a local news station in Chicago, there seems to be a movement and a media campaign to market black women with white men while creating a disinformation campaign about black men that encourage black women to look negatively and to have false ideations about black men, to the point to where black women are being told that they're doing better than black men when they are not. In fact, black women have been taught to not understand economy. In the age of information, people only read headlines and then go with their first emotional response. People do not actually read and comprehend and do comparison and contrast with information, which is why there are so many people that don't know that they're poor. There are so many people that if they did not have access to credit, that their lives would be significantly different, that they have reinvented what it means to be rich or poor. Wealth is a calculation that is based off of your annual income subtracted by your total expenses in debt. That ratio is called your income to debt ratio. How people in financial institutions look at your well-being is with that calculation. Because of the lack of genuine financial literacy and an abundance of availability of credit in between the ages of 18 and 21, there are women who are in fact in poverty, but because they make a high dollar amount, they think that they are doing good. There are people that make $100,000 who have $180,000 in debt that think that they are still doing good because the dollar amount that they make. A person that has $180,000 in debt and that earns $100,000 has negative $80,000 of wealth. That's how wealth is calculated. That's why there are so many people that have actual negative income, but only look at the dollar amount that they make, even if they don't understand that that dollar amount goes towards debt, and that will affect their overall well-being, especially if that debt is student loan debt. Why do I say that? Because student loan debt can't be discharged by bankruptcy. Because student loans can't be discharged by bankruptcy, the most important thing a man can do is find a woman that has no student loan debt. But women who have the most student loan debt think that they are the most desired because they have educational acquisition. But that acquisition of education almost always comes with an exorbitant amount of debt and a degree that doesn't actually even equate to a salary that could even handle minimum payments. And then to add icing to the cake, to add insult to injury, nobody tell black people that some of the degrees that they're getting don't equate in higher paying jobs. If you get a useless degree, just because you have a degree will not make you more profitable, will not make you more employable. So black people are getting misguided and getting manipulated and getting trapped into a cycle of endless student loan debt. They'll tell black women that, hey, you guys are just doing too good for black men. But nobody's telling women that they're inflating the grades to make the graduation rate higher so they can get more people at their universities paying higher amount of tuition. They don't tell these people that the grades that they're getting doesn't equate to functionality, meaning that there are people that are graduating with honors that have below average proficiency in higher education. And then they can't perform, they're in debt, they can't do math, and they don't understand income to debt ratio, so they don't understand economy. I mean, think about it. We have people with college degrees that don't understand the income to debt ratio. What does that mean? That means that there are people, women with PhDs, that don't understand that because of the income to debt ratio, black women 7.6, black men 5.3. What does that equate to? That equates to a woman that makes $100,000 bringing home the same amount of money as a man who makes $60,000. But in the world of mass media, a woman that makes $100,000, in her mind, she thinks that she's doing better than a man that makes $60,000. But no, she is not, according to the income to debt ratio.